Do you want to start a new creative idea, but you're afraid? So was I. So hello everyone, I am Aris and this is my new YouTube channel in which I'm going to focus in my photography and how we can use photography in order to communicate ideas. I've been wanting to start this YouTube channel for quite some time now, but I kept postponing it. I kept finding reasons why I couldn't do it. You know, some of them really reasonable, like I've never shot a video in my life before, or I don't know how to process a video, or I don't know whether my photography was even good in order to start a YouTube channel. And some other are simpler, like I don't know how to be in front of a camera, and I don't know whether my Greek accent would be an issue for my videos. So the other day I stumbled upon this YouTube video and the guy was saying that the most important part in order to do what you want to do is to begin. And it makes so much sense, right? In order to do something you want, and in order to be good at something you want to be, you need to start from zero and start climbing the ladder step by step. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna start making a video and in the process set the baseline, see what is the best I can do with what I have, and then I can figure out how to improve upon it. So guys, if you have any comments in the end of the video, please leave them down below and help me improve. Today I'm going to take you out with me on a photo walk here in Leicester. I'm going to film everything using the DJI Osmo Action and then I'm going to walk you through my thought process while I'm taking the photos. My goal for today is to get a photo that I would rate with 6 out of 10. Keep in mind that this is the first time I'm doing something like that, so I have no idea how it's gonna turn out. It might not be the best, but we will see. We just have to go out and do the best we can. So wish me luck and let's go!
Hello, here I am with the Osmo strapped on my chest outside. I take these first few moments trying to get used to having an action cam strapped on my chest. To be honest, initially I felt like people will look at me and give me some weird looks, but I don't think that anybody cared really. As you can see, the weather is a bit gloomy, so there was not much chance for good light in the beginning. Right behind me there is a bus stopped on a traffic light next to a white wall, so I'm hoping I'm gonna get a silhouette shot from inside the bus. This is the shot right here with the two silhouettes. I quite like it, but it's more like a warm-up shot. Then I move on and I'm trying to make some more warm-up shots because nothing really exciting is happening around me. Here you see the brick wall on the right hand side. I'm trying to frame these chimneys in the back with the brick wall and the leaves of the tree, but it didn't quite work. Here do you see the blue building on the right hand side? I'm trying to make a look up shot. Again, it's more like a warm up shot. Here's the shot. I do enjoy the leading lines and the angles. Let's give it a 4 out of 10. Now it's 5 o'clock, people are in the bus stop and they can't wait to go home, so I want to make one shot of a cinematic look that will show with realism the present moment. There it is, and I like how cinematic it turned out to be, and I like the fact that there is some separation between the foreground and the background. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Here I notice this interesting light forming shapes on the pavement, and I'm trying to figure out ways to frame it and make a nice shot out of it. So I kneel down and I'm waiting for someone to pass, so makes the shot more interesting. There he is. In this shot I like that the shadows on the upper right hand corner make this triangular shape. However, I would like the man to be a bit more in the center and more in focus, so I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Let's see, we will get this 6 out of 10 shot that we're targeting today. I crossed the street because I've noticed that there is this awesome light coming from behind me, and I'm trying to frame it somehow with this tree and with the street. And I'm also waiting for someone to pass through the light, trying to make again a silhouette shot. I tried different compositions, but it's one of these cases that the light is amazing, but you're not gonna get the shot. Eventually I decide to kneel down, and I think that's my most favorite composition from this site. But the shot, although it has some drama, it doesn't do it for me. On the left here I see these amazing shadows on the wall, and I'm thinking of exposing for the highlights so the leaves appear like they're coming out of this intense darkness to the intense light. Eventually this is the side I decide to take the photo from. And here it is, and I love how the light turned out to be. I like the shadows, I like the composition, so I'm gonna give it a 5. If there was someone passing through this frame, I would definitely give it either a 6 or 7. New location, I tried a couple of shots here, but they didn't really work, and I'm moving towards this bridge. What I am more interested about in this location is not the bridge, but it is everything actually around it. I love the rusty textures and I love the brown orange colors, so I'm trying to find a nice composition. I noticed these huge orange letters on the right hand side, and I'm trying to frame the A. And yeah, I like it. I like the colors and I like the textures and the moodiness, and I like how the A is framed as well. 4 out of 10. And now move on to the final shot from this location, which I think is my favorite from this session. I like very much how the light leaks underneath the bridge and makes these sharp shapes when opposed to the deep shadows. So I'm trying this vertical composition in which the lines of the bridge on the right hand side lead the eye to the scene underneath. And here is my favorite shot from the day. I love the textures and the contrast between the light and the shadow. I enjoy that the bridge on top covers a huge part of the photo, because it is as if it hides with elegance the real essence of the photo, which is the fight of the light and the darkness under the bridge. And I think that was my 6. That was the photo I was looking for today. Last location for today. I wasn't really trying to get a great photo here, I was just relaxing after this whole day of photo shooting. So I saw this yellow field here, and I thought I would make a September photo for fun. And that's it, that's the last photo from my Photowalk.
That was our photo walk for today. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you liked some of the photos. As you probably realized, I like hiding things in my photos. I like using large parts of the photo as a negative but meaningful space. And there is a reason why I'm doing that. I think that this negative space is the surface level in each one of us. It is all the things we don't want to show. It is the shield we raise against the world. For example, in this photo, the bridge, the negative space, hides the fight of the darkness and the light under it. It is like a decision you haven't made or an emotional battle you haven't won. It is all the things that make you uncomfortable or comfortable with the rest of the world. It is what makes you you and you don't even know it. These are the things I'm trying to hide in my photos. And what makes the whole experience meaningful is that only you, the observer, is the one that actually knows what is hidden under the bridge. And to go back to the beginning of this video, stop being afraid, leave your bridges behind, and start fighting your battle. Thank you for watching.